beginning with the new module 3. Instead of that, let's have a revision of first two modules. It helps you to recall the concepts as well as it helps you to score more in the internals also, internal test. As I got the message from the controller of examination, the dates are announced. Officially, it will come today in the form of circular. But 28, 29, and 30 of this June, you will have a internal test. For the internal test from cybersecurity, first two modules will be there. So, if any questions in your mind are how to prepare the uh, for the test, innovative case study discussions today I am going to do. In addition to that, if any questions from your end, you can ask me. Practical approach, again, I will call the industry person because there is a limitation in cybersecurity how to hack means it's difficult to showcase that industry people they will restrict some of the steps then they will showcase might be it will be helpful for you. Let us understand the first theoretically about these things, then we will discuss more. So I'll share now the model question paper. So try to remember the sections and subsections and relevant punishment towards against the cybercrime frauds using the computer or the electronic devices. This is the one model question paper for the VTU. Previously, this course was exist for third semester. Now you are studying this in the second semester itself because of 2 years course of MCA. Okay. So explain in detail how cyber crimes are classified. Anybody able to tell how crimes are classified? Classification of cyber crimes. Individual, organization level, government, governmental, and national. Cyber crimes, it might happen to the personal laptops. It might happen to the group of computers over the internet for an organization or the governmental sites. A crime might happen at the national level, like defense level. Do you recall which are the things where and all it happening? Classification is cybercrime against individual, that is targeted to the person devices. Individuals are email spoofing and online fraud. So usually personally you are shopping, buying a goods over the e-commerce sites. You will be a victim of the cybercrime attacks, email spoofing, uh, email sent from the unknown person, but he uses the known identity. So defacing phishing attacks by sending the links, this will be forced to you to fill up the information. Spamming, sending the repeated mails, cyber defamation. So in the name of others persons it is going to be happen. Cyber stacking means false messages passing through, and harassment, pornography kind of things you are going to push on to the computer sabotage, controlling your computer, pornographic. This is usually these type of the crimes against the individual. So crime against the property, it is about the, it might be the electronic information like credit card frauds, IPR, intellectual property related. For example, if you are done a patent filing, in between somebody is going to file your content on without knowing you. So such kind of means stealing the information about your intellectual ideas. You may be posted somewhere in your accounts. So that will be a crime against a property. There are two types of property: tangible and intangible. Tangible is nothing but a visible. Intangible means non-visible. Usually, non-visible are intellectual property contents. Tangible is like the land, gold, money, currency. So these are all tangible, but the cryptocurrency is intangible because it is not physically visible. Internet time theft. Suppose if you are recharging the phone of you, but somebody is going to use that your data service, so that is against the property of yours. Tangible property like credit cards, land, building, gold, etc. Intangible properties are intellectual property crime, and internet time is also it's a, again, virtual world crime. Okay, this is classification. One is cyber against individual, cyber against property, cyber crime against the organization. So next, organization, because in an organization there are lots many computers are there. Group of computer are installed to work towards the providing the services to the customers. So organization is nothing but minimum size is 100 plus employees will be there. So there, what and all the activities you can carry out is unauthorized access of computers. If you are entering into an organization, you don't have an authorization to switch on the computers. But sometimes, suppose if you are waiting for longer period of time for someone else in that organization, without permission of that person in the inside the, if you are trying to access the computer, that become unauthorized access of the computer. Password sniffing. So with the help of the Wi-Fi of the organization, if they provide the guest accessibility, now you are installing some of the tools like keylogger or spywares to steal the information about the password which are moving around. you are trying to sniff the passwords, denial of service attacks, and you are flooded with the junk mails to the organization. From that, you are refraining the intended users to use the computers. So injecting the virus by using either USB drive or the floppy drive or the CD-ROM or through the malicious web link. Through that also you are trying to uh, inject the viruses, email bombing, sending the email such that this organization is under the threat of so and so by sending the stackings, false messages, and salami attack, logic bomb. Trojan's logic bomb is injecting a script file onto a computer by setting the timeline by setting the timeline. After leaving the premises of organization, that might is going to trigger and it is going to harm to the organization computer. So such kind of logical scripts you can write. Trojan horse. This is again one kind of the worm. It is going to penetrate into a system. Uh, so maybe a single script or the multiple script. You are going to create malicious code and injecting onto a into a organization. Then industrial spying, so just observing who are all there, how they are acting, and what is the weaknesses or vulnerabilities are there to access the resources of an organization. All these things you can carry when you enter into an organization. Crimes from Usenet News Group. Usenet News Group, yes, I was given as a uh, exploring exercise during the thing. Usenet News Group is a team of people. They are intended to do the bad things over the internet. Computer network intrusions, entering into the system and trying to access the internet resources through the internet resources and uh, trying to break the system like that. Software piracy, copying the content of the organization belongs to the organization without their permissions. You are going to copy the content and you are using it for personal or commercial use. This is the third kind of classification of the cyber crime. The fourth crime type is cyber crime against society. The first one is on individual, on property, on organization, on society, and the defense system. So society, which is almost comes to the national level, the forgery is digital tampering the digital certificates, tampering the signatures over the internet. Digital forgery you can do with the cyber crime against the society. The cyber terrorism is now it's a most dangerous situation. The terrorism is destructing the existing peaceful environment of the people's mind by creating nonsense messages, distributing over the internet, targeting somebody, defacing them, injecting the unwanted content to their personal pages. These are all comes under the social engineering attacks as well as cyber terrorism. So usually terrorism, they are going to kill the people rather than just disturbing the minds. So they are disturbing the community of the people. They are disturbing the regional communities, and they are trying to destroy the peaceful environment in the country. So as we discussed the cyber terrorism, different Ahmedabad attack, Parliament attack, Mumbai attack, bank corruption. These are all some of them are comes under the cyber terrorism. So, look into this cyber terrorism. Recent cyber terrorism attacks. Probably that might be a the questions. It might come in your internals. Webjacking, hijacking the websites, taking control over the existing websites, which is launched by the regular user. So crimes emanating from Usenet groups. So this is offensive groups. These are all harmful, and they are going to uh, post the content which is not useful for the public, etc., and so on. These are the classification of the cyber crime. It was asked for the March 10 March. It was asked, so you can recall the content. Differentiate active and passive attacks. So, the term passive is nothing but you are not actually launching the attack, but you are keep on observing. Reconnaissance is the information gathering. It is also one kind of attack. The active attacks are injecting viruses, worms, all those things. So again, it is asked for 6 marks, 16 marks question. This one, active and passive attacks. If any thing in your mind to ask some questions, you can ask me. Today I'm going to do the revision. So types of, mainly the two types of attack, among that active attack and passive attack. So the active attack is action is there with the hand of the attacker. He is going to do some distraction or some denial of service or some injecting the malicious content onto the computer, whereas the passive attack just gathering information. uh, so it leads to breaches of confidentiality. So active attack used to alter system, means it destroys, maybe create, or filled with the junk content, or having the same of multiple files. So means dump up with the memory. So all such services, all such kind of the things usually carry out by the active attacker. So affects the availability. CIA active attack will going to affect the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of the data that is going to be used by the normal user. So confidentiality is nothing but breaking the content which is not intended to use by the unauthorized user. It is intended to use by the only authorized user. Breaking such integrity means corrupting the data. If the person X is sending from source like hi, while receiving at the Z destination, Z should receive as it is what it was sent by the X, that is hi message. In between, somebody man in the middle attack, if they are trying to modify the content, H high sent by the X to Z, in between MI man in the middle attack. In that case, if they send modify HI by HAY, so that data is source of that data is tampered and reached as a hey to the destination as Z. So that is integrity kind of attack, man in the middle attack. That is also a active attack. Authenticity of data. So data, originality of data may be tampered. So these are the some of the CIA attack which will be carried out by the uh, active attackers. Passive attackers usually reconnaissance. That is, they're just observing the content. They will not do the harmful immediately after observation. that is attempts to gain information about the target leads to breaches of confidentiality. So privacy is going to be compromised in this case with passive attack. Peeping into the conversation happening between two parties, just observing what they are doing, all those things are the indirect attacks, that is passive attacks. So two more attacks you can include in these two cases: inside attack and outside attack also. Inside attack is attack originating or attempted within the security perimeter of an organization or gains access to more resources than expected. So outside attack is attempted by a source outside the security parameter, maybe insider or outsider, who is indirectly associated with the organization. Right. These are the types of attacks. It was asked for the 6 marks. So explain various IP section. This is very important question. It may come several times. Even in I may expect the same question maybe comes in the external exam also. So this is one important question. Explain various IP section, intellectual property section, chapter names, crimes and punishments under IT Act 2000. So usually the IP Act 2000, especially the computer related crimes which will begin from the section 65, the section 65 to 70. So as we studied the sections which come from 65 to 70. In between subsection 65A, 65B, 65C, like that subsections will come. The punishment vary from the money penalty like 1 lakh to the 15 lakh, 1 lakh to the 10 lakh, and the punishment imprisonment might be the from the 1 year to the 15 years, depending on the severity of the crime happened by the persons. You can observe the some of the actions what we discussed. Here you can observe the sections and subsections. You can observe the section 65 is tampering with computer source document. You can observe, so up to 73 is here. The 65 tampering with computer source documents, hacking with computer systems, data alteration 66, 67 publishing absence information, 70 unauthorized access to protected system, 72 breach of confidentiality and privacy, 73 is publishing false digital signature certificates. So again in that 66 again subsections will be exist. 66A tends to sending of offensive or false messages by using SMS or email or MMS service. That is also termed to be as a cyber stalking. The punishment they are given is for up to 3 years imprisonment, and there is a fine for that. Like that, you refer the PPT presentation content. You will you are going to and moreover it is write and remember. So just by reading, maybe it is difficult to recall back. So better have a practice of writing and writing section 66 what it is going to do, section 66B what it is going to do. Like that you keep writing, then it is able to recall. Otherwise just reading I'm going to rewrite, no, it is difficult because sections and the intended offense for what section which offense it is going to punish, it is difficult to recall. Okay. So what are attack vector? How are they launched? So what are attack vector? So attack vector is a path or a by means by which a hacker can gain access to a computer or network server in order to deliver a payload or malicious outcome. So what is attack vector? It is a procedure, it is a path how you are getting how you are getting into a computer system or the network, how you are getting, whether you are using the credentials, whether you are using the reconnaissance tool to enter through indirectly entering through the system, or whether you are using the backdoor entry to enter into the system. So how you are going to enter, that is termed to be as a vector. So that is attack vector. So attack vectors enables hackers to exploit system vulnerabilities, including the human element. So here payload is either injecting your code, the scripts. The payload is a piece of software that is going to be injected into the system to exploit, to compromise the targeted machine. So attack vectors include viruses, attachments, web pages, pop-up windows, instant messages, chat rooms, and deception. So all of these methods involve programming. So this is termed to be as attack vector. It was asked for the 8 marks. Refer the presentation, probably you will understand more. If any specific questions are there, let me ask. Explain the concept of virus, worms, differentiate them. What is virus? What is worms? Usually virus targets to a specific system. Worms distributed across the network. So virus on that is available in the module 2. So viruses and worms. What is virus? It is a program that can infect legitimate programs by modifying them to include a possibility evolved or copy of itself. Usually, this viruses spreads in a same system. So if you carry from one from the portable devices, you can infect a targeted machine. So it won't itself spread across the network, but spread across within the system itself. These are the some of the contents of viruses, and worms spread across automatically to other computers through the networks. Explore this one. Okay. What are proxy server and anonymous? What do we use them? Explain. So you can proxy, right? So proxy server is a computer on a network which acts as an intermediary for connection with other computers on that network. The purpose of the server is attacks connects to proxy server. Proxy server can allow an attacker to hide ID. This is also meant for to connect with the multiple targets. So proxy server is an intermediary tool, device, electronic device. It hides the actual attacker's identity. So purpose of the proxy server is this. So refer the content, probably will understand more. Okay. This is about proxy server and anonymizer. Explain the basic stages of attack involved in cybercrime. Which are the basic steps? 4 steps are involved. Which are those? Reconnaissance, information gathering, analyzing, scanning and analyzing, exploit, and clear the tracks. Right. Explain different phishing techniques in detail. So many phishing techniques we discussed: social engineering, fake S, phishing, defacing. So many techniques we discussed. You can write that one. So describe the steps in SQL injection attack and how to prevent it. So what are the steps in SQL injection? So try to find the website which are able to accept the user input, either login page or the feedback page. Then after knowing that, identify the source code of that HTML, whether it follows the form action tag. If it follows the form action, what is the method type is used? Either it is used get type or the post type. So after identifying that, so write the SQL injection like select query or the insert query to get the reply from the server. If server tells some error message after entering something, means there is a possibility of SQL injection attack supported by the web application or the website, right? How to prevent it? By providing the captcha to the injections, and by taking care, by looking into the individual line of code. Try to avoid the use of the weak uh, coding. All those are the prevention of SQL injection attack, right? What are identity theft? Explain any 3 types of ID theft. We will discuss this in the next third module. Identity related, digital forensic, geo tagging, etc. These remaining questions will be discussed in the down the line of the discussion. Right, this is the one question paper, model question paper asked for you for your senior batch of students. I think one more paper is there, but not to the MCA. This is somehow the cyber security. It is for BE paper. I'll go with this and I'll be back. So, see, these are all different for different cyber security topics. This is different, entirely. This question paper is different. Let's check with one. Yes, this is also for other such topics. This paper. So only one paper I am able to get to the model paper from the university side. That is the just now what I discussed. So case study. All of you have the material which I am sent in the email. Cyber Laws of India. Only one person, Panindra, replied for the email what I am sending the material. What about remaining? Whether you received the material content?
Yes, sir, we have received it, sir.
Yes. So now by going through, all of you keep it open if possible, open, or you can refer here Cyber Laws of India. I've taken it from some websites for quick reference. It is providing the information along with the sections and subsection that going to apply onto the some computer frauds. See, just I will going through the few pages on this. I am expecting you to prepare from this material also, in additional material also. So, cybercrime can involve criminal activities that are traditional in nature, such as theft, fraud, forgery, defamation, and mischief, all of which are subject to the Indian Penal Code (IPC). The abuse of computers has also given birth to new ages crimes that are addressed by the IT Act 2000. So IPC for regular offenses happening in this world. Cyber threat are the crime committed by the computers or the electronic devices that comes to be a IT Act 2000. So again, crimes categorized in two ways. Several way of presenting content, classification, or the category or something. The target as a computer, using a computer to attack other computer. So here, rather than human to human attack, that is individual, computer to computer attack. That is a single computer attacking single target computer, or group of computer attacking group of targeted computers. Usually the computer to computer attack, usually the hacking, the virus or worm injection attacks, DAS attack, denial of service, usual such kind of the attacks. The computer as a weapon, using a computer to commit real world crimes. So that is cyber terrorism. Computer is using as a weapon. In the Ahmedabad blast case, the one of the public account is being hacked by the attacker to send a email to the TV channel. Right, that's a real world attack. In that case, before blasting the bomb in the city, they sent a message in a 10 minutes the blast is going to happen. So they used here the email account as a email account of a public as a weapon to send a message to the TV channels. It is a terrorism activity. So IPR violations means suppose without giving the credentials to the other person who has done a wonderful idea, the work. So you are just copying and pasting and claiming you as you done that work. That is IPR violation. Credit card frauds, uh, uh, taking out the credit cards and using them it for the some other purpose, the which that credit card is not belongs to you, like that. EFT frauds, electronic fund transfer frauds. Stands for that, like transaction banking, financial transactions, such kind of frauds. Pornography means viewing the unwanted content, means posting, collecting, distributing such kind of the content which is belongs to the children over the internet is comes under this kind of the uh, category of crimes. So explore this, some of the case studies you are going to present in this, some of the case studies. You explore this and what is unauthorized access and hacking. It is going to disclose what is Trojan attack, virus and worm attack, email and IRC related crimes, email bombing, denial of service attacks. This already we have done this one, right? So this is revision class. If any particular questions are there, you can ask me now. You refer this content, it might gives additional knowledge to the existing, which is given in the presentation. So here you can observe some of the incidents happened, also reported. Online pedophiles using internet to induce minor children into sex are such cyber criminals as any others. So exhaustive definition of cybercrime. If you want to know about that, exhaustive means additional information about what is cybercrime. So child pornography is nowadays it's a very serious offense. If anybody are involving in doing such, they will be under the trouble. What are the various categories of cyber crimes? Several categories we have discussed: against the persons, against the organization, against the society, against the property, etc. and so on. So in the yesterday I sent a uh, innovative related link, that is technology, latest technology which supports for cyber security. Did you watch that website? In the WhatsApp I sent, right? uh, in the WhatsApp I sent. So material to refer for IA. Three emerging innovations in technology and will impact cybersecurity. Yes, sir. Right. So refer this content. It tells about three technologies like quantum computing, 5G technology, about the quantum computing, how it is going to contribute, 5G technology, IT and OT governance, information technology and operational technology, how it helps to minimize the threats, security threats, and also it was discussed the COVID-19 related causes happened to the employees, not only the patients of the employees, how the organizations are shifted from normal working to the virtual working nature. So this is discussing, probably few of the question may come from this type of the innovations, or social engineering also. Some of the social engineering content also, it may come for your internal test. So some case studies are there in this. Refer the case studies. Advantages of cyber laws, IT Act. IT Act, see, Chapter 3, Electronic e-governance, and provides inter alia against others, that where any laws provide that information or any other matter shall be in writing or in type written or printed form, then notwithstanding anything contained in such law. Yes, any questions? So, what is DOS attack? What is DDoS? What is the punishable? Which type of the DOS attacks? DOS attacks like consumption of scarce, limited or non-renewable resource like network bandwidth, RAM, CPU time, power, air coolers, cool, water can affect. All those kind of things are the denial of service attacks. Destruction or alteration of configuration information, physical destruction or alteration of network computers. Pornography is also a kind of the denial of attacks. Uh, Actually, it is a nice document. I think somewhere I have taken from this from the internet only. I forget to mention here. Actually, I need to be mentioned that one. See some of the see cyber forensic relevant to the module 3 content also, which is available here in this document. As of now, only study for first two modules related content here. See, the website is elearning.loyno.edu. Under that, Justice Cyber Forensic Investigation Specialization. Okay. The website name is the content of the website of this is taken from elearning.loyno.edu slash justice dash cyber forensic investigation specialization. Okay, from there it's taken. Okay, we will discuss about the module 3 content later from tomorrow onwards. But as of now, you learn from this document also. This is interesting also. If you go we see so many examples they are given. There have been a number of cases at private schools where authority figures have been charged with possession of child pornography. These discoveries were made using computer forensics. By tracking the buying and selling of pornography online, computer forensic investigators have been able to locate people involved in these crimes. They are all they are able to use information found on the computers as circumstantial evidence in court. So, how the forensic is carrying out their activities in case of pornographic crimes, in case of the of unauthorized access, how they are going to trace is some of the examples are they are given here in the Forensic Act. So many exam by reading this content you will understand exactly what the IT Act, cyber crimes, which are the cyber crime, what is the punishment for that, etc. and so on. You are going to learn from this. Okay, any questions? So some of the example case studies might come from this one of the example. Here see so many examples are here. Maybe it is asked one of the case study from this existing. So for example, let's say money transfer fraud. So and so message is coming. How much payment, how they are going to track the customers and all. This is an example, and it actually actual incident was happened in this. So these are the examples for cyber frauds. Okay. Any questions? I hope I made understand about the revision of the two modules, and you just refer this website for the innovations. This and social engineering, you explore the about more about social engineering and the emerging innovations impact to the cyber security. Now from where we stop asking the questions. $35, right? 30, up to 30. Any tips, sir? Any tips on elaborating answers? Yes, so tip is there. The thing is, you need to read the articles. Reading articles, you are going to only, it is one way of expanding your answers. Because if the skull or the mind is not filled with the material, then how you are going to expand? Okay. So more study, more reading content relevant to the cyber related in your mind, only one possible way of elaborating the answers.
Okay,
Okay.
sir. Thank you, sir. So should we also give some examples, sir, if
Example
required?
of what? Any particular terminology?
Like, sir, any if asked about regarding virus and all,
Virus.
should we give like how can we virus could be injected to our systems? Like examples.
Okay. So what is virus? Virus is a general definition. Virus is a computer program. Virus is also a software piece of code. It is going to harm to the computer. So several viruses are there. First definition of virus, different set of viruses. Which are the viruses?
Boot virus, state virus, and
Yes, there are around 5 viruses are there according to our discussion. Right. So tell about something about those viruses. Then next, what is the impact of those viruses? How viruses can be controlled? Antivirus, malwares, malware softwares, anti-malwares, filters. So how you are carrying out the viruses? By using portable drives. Nowadays floppies are not used because of more prone to virus. Floppy drives are more prone to virus. USB drives are more prone to virus. Usually the viruses corrupt the files and create the extension as link file, LNK files. It disturbs the normal uses of the computer. In this way, positive way, negative, all these you can going to write into a virus. What is virus? Virus is a parasite, unwanted content to our computer. Okay. Am I made clear? Benakaraj?
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
In this way, definition, types, examples, how it impacts, advantages, limitation, disadvantage, impact, etc. All those things collectively, if you are trying to write means, it may exceed 1.5 page. It again depending on the marks it is given for that question, also you decide how much content you require to be written.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Fine. Any other questions? So you enter your name and USN in the chat window for the attendance. By that time, I'll take the some of the MCQ. Okay. USN 31. So the following are examples of real security and privacy threat except hackers, virus, spam, worm. Which is your answer? The following are examples of real security and privacy threats except what? Hackers, virus, spam, and worm. Spam. Spam is the answer. Hacker is also privacy breach happen. Virus, worm, threat happen. Whereas spam threat won't happen, but it fill up with the your inbox is fill up with the unsolicited mails. Okay, but denial of service attack will be there, but it is filled up with unsolicited mails. Okay, 32. Viruses are dash. Viruses are dash. A. Man-made. B. Naturally occur. C. Machine-made. D. All of the above. Which one? Man-made. Viruses are made of dash. Man-made, machine-made, naturally occur. All of the above. It is a man-made.
Man-made.
Okay, man-made. Then firewall is a type of dash. Firewall is a type of dash. A. Virus. B. Security threat. C. Worm. D. None of the above. 33. None of the above. Right. You are right. So next 34. Unsolicited commercial email is known as dash. Spam, malware, virus, spyware. 34.
Spams.
Spam. You are right. Very good. When a person is harassed repeatedly by being followed, called, or be returned to, he is a target of dash. Bullying, stalking, identity theft, phishing. 35. When a person is harassed repeatedly by being followed, called, or be returned to, he is a target of bullying, stalking, identity theft, or phishing.
Bullying.
It is a stalking.
Stacking. Okay.
Okay, stacking. Cyberbullying is different. Stacking is different. Fine. So 36. Which of the following is a class of computer threat? Phishing, soliciting, DOS of attack, stacking. Which of the following is a class of computer threat? Phishing, soliciting, DOS attacks, stacking. Computer related. Phishing,
DOS attack.
DOS attacks. Right. Denial of service attacks. Okay. Let's stop today. If tomorrow onwards, I'll begin with the module 3. Okay. So if any questions are there, let me know. Otherwise, you can post in the WhatsApp group also. Thank you.